Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Double, and today I'm checking out the Mooer Prime M2. I am not here to sell anything to you, please know that. I bought this on my own. I know people even don't like watching videos about people that buy their own stuff, but you know what? I check things out so that you can make up your mind about it. It comes with USB-C, TRS to MIDI, which is a big plus for me, a very short, quick guide manual. It's got a touch screen. It's got all that stuff. Like I said, if you want specs, go to their site or go to the Amazon. I'll leave a link below to stuff like that, but nobody's paying me. I got this myself, and there's a little plasticky thing on the screen, and it's the worst ASMR I've ever heard in my life. And I don't even know, is it AMSR? Anyway, it comes with all this stuff. You can do the phone app, you can do the computer app, and it supports IRs, third-party IRs, and it supports their MNRS sample files, which is, I guess, the Mooer thing. I don't know. You know, I don't do research. Some people don't like that I don't do research, but I don't care. I buy stuff, and I want to hear it, and I want you to hear it. Plugging it in, it already had some battery charge, which is nice. It only took about an hour to get it up to 100%. Really cool boot-up screen if you're into that whole kind of thing. There is the phone aesthetic. It really does look like a phone. I know a couple people have said, hey, it looks like a phone. Yeah, it does. It has a touch screen that you can select your patches from and you can select your banks from. And I thought this thing was making insults my way right off the bat, but I think that's actually based off of Dumble. You can do all that stuff as well by using the foot switches, and the foot switches serve a couple of other purposes because you can do tempo stuff, you can do your tuner, you can do looping, and did I say stereo out? I don't know. Did I say stereo out? I may have. One of the things I really like about this looper and drum setup is that there is this whole little sync option. You can keep your drums and your loops in sync, which is a really nice feature. I always struggle with keeping my loops in sync. So you can set your tempo by just giving it a couple of taps and then exit the tempo by hitting another button, the button on that side right there. And if you hit that button for 2 seconds, it gets you your tuner. Hit that button again and it exits. And there's your tempo. You can also touch the screen because, like I said, it's a touch screen. And you can make it global or per patch. Right now I have it set per patch. I think later I made it global while I'm messing around. It comes with a lot of stuff. 194 effects. They call them impressive effects modules. I mean, honestly, I was pretty impressed after messing around with this. It's a little more expensive than the Pocket Master. It sounds maybe about the same, but it doesn't do the NAMM thing, which is a minus. Maybe they'll update it. There's that sync option I was talking about, which is a really cool feature. And, you know, I am not the best looper. As you can see, I'm not even good at touching a screen. The main menu can be accessed by sliding down from the patch, and that's where you'll see your option to connect their Bluetooth foot switch, which I do have coming, and I'll dig into it. If you want to see some of the MIDI control options and some of the foot switch options this comes with, leave me a comment below. All you have to say is control. Just leave the comment control below, and that'll let me know that at least a couple of you guys want to see a follow-up video about controlling this thing. I'm gonna plug it in stereo. I have it connected to the phone app. Didn't take long to really get this thing going. You do have to scan the QR code on the back of the pedal in order to register the pedal. And this is what I realized right here was, hey, you gotta actually scan this thing now that you're installed. So once you install the software, you'll actually have to scan the bottom of your pedal. So don't go Velcroing this thing onto your board just yet. Make sure if you're going to use the software, which I recommend, because it really is a lot easier to do everything. You have to do everything pretty much on software, either on the computer or on the phone. Not everything, but if you want to tweak, that's what you got to do. And now, as far as tweaking these presets go, I actually didn't have to do a lot of tweaking. There is a patch that you heard at the very beginning, and I'll kind of run through at the end of what I changed on one of the basic patches, a high gain patch, but you get all sorts of options. You get a mixer to adjust your playback and your Bluetooth and all this kind of stuff. You have a library of sounds at the bottom of the screen. You have all your tempo, your foot switch stuff, your Bluetooth, showing you how charged it is. Let's listen to some sounds. A lot of those tribute tones are really close and get you really in the ballpark of those bands. If that's a good starting point for you, then do that. This one here, I needed to add a noise gate. As soon as I did, it got nice and quiet. And then I realized, hey, I got the gate in the wrong spot. It's cutting off the reverb. So you can just drag it and move it over. Now, in the software, I was having trouble moving pedals from one position to another, but on the phone, it was fine. When you're happy with your changes, hit save. I took this 6505 lead sound and added a custom EQ to it, and then started messing around with some free IRs that I have found online, and it's really easy to just change your sound that way.